Have you ever stopped to think that sometimes, the simplest stories are the ones that touch our souls the most? It seems that in modern life, we believe that true love only exists among humans or that hope only comes when everything is perfect. But the reality is different. Small gestures, silent bonds, and the most unexpected connections can transform lives in ways you've never imagined. And the best part? These lessons are closer to you than you think. You just need to open your heart to see them. Want to discover how tiny acts of feline love can move your heart and change your perspective forever? The cat who saved a life. Once upon a time, there was a cat named Simba who lived with a person very dedicated to their health, but who sometimes overlooked subtle signs from their own body. One day, Simba started behaving differently. He became restless, seemed agitated, and refused to leave his human side. Anyone who knows animals knows they have a heightened sensitivity and can sense when something's wrong. And that's exactly what happened. The next morning, the person felt intense pain, and thanks to Simba's alertness, they sought help in time, avoiding a serious worsening of an illness. The relief of knowing that the cat was the hero of the story is hard to put into words. It's like discovering a secret kept by the silent connection between owner and pet, a lesson that true love includes noticing the little things others sometimes ignore. Just imagine the scene, a tiny creature, almost voiceless, becoming the most important alert in someone's life. This story reminds us that, often, an animal's intuition can be a gift, a signal that we need to pay attention to our perceptions and the signs around us. If you have a pet that keeps you company, consider how they might be teaching you something valuable, being more mindful of what your body and intuition are telling you. Who knows, some changes in your routine, like a visit to the doctor or a shift in your diet, could save your life, just like Simba saved his owners. Ultimately, this story's core message is that a simple act of listening can make all the difference, and hope can emerge even from the smallest things. And speaking of which, see how the next story demonstrates the power of a connection that goes beyond what we can imagine. Cat who found a new family. Imagine the scene, a cat named Max, abandoned on a busy street, with no one around. His eyes expressed hope and a hint of fear, a common mixture in animals going through tough times. A young woman named Clara found him almost hidden under a pile of trash, and despite all the hardships, she decided to take him home. In that moment, something magical happened. The bond between them was born, and Max became more than a pet. He became family, his best friend. From then on, their relationship of affection grew day by day. Clara, who had never thought about having a cat, discovered in Max's eyes a pure and genuine loyalty. Their bond strengthened through small gestures like afternoon playtime or quiet moments just sharing each other's company. Many people believe that true love only happens with humans, but these little animals show us how much we can learn about affection, gratitude, and companionship. After all, a rescued animal is a soul that found someone capable of returning unconditional love. If you allow yourself, you'll realize how adopting a stray can also transform your life. Besides saving a life, you receive a love that's priceless, and a connection that surpasses any words. These stories teach us that true love breaks down barriers of appearance, background, or difficult histories. It's a genuine exchange of affection and trust. So, think about it. How about opening your heart to a new friend? Sometimes, this simple act is what life needs to surprise you. Cat who supported someone in difficult times. Have you ever gone through moments when everything seems to fall apart around you? Sarah, for example, faced a serious illness that left her adrift, unsure if she'd be able to get through it. During that silent, difficult time, her cat named Buddy suddenly appeared, cuddling up in her lap as if knowing exactly what she needed. His presence was more than just companionship. It was a beacon of hope she didn't even realize she was missing. Who would have guessed that a tiny being could be a spark to keep going? For weeks, Buddy stayed by her side, accompanying every treatment, every tear, and every glimmer of hope. His gentle purr became a soothing soundtrack, a connection words can't describe. For anyone facing tough times, understanding that an animal can be a true guardian is liberating. This story proves that the power of a furry friend's touch goes far beyond our imagination. It's a force that heals and restores. If you've ever felt vulnerable, think about how this kind of support could make all the difference in your life. A simple affection, a caring look, or a gesture from an animal might be exactly what you need to pick yourself up again. These stories show us that, in tough times, hope is closer than we think. It reveals itself in the loyalty of a friend many wouldn't expect. Now, I ask you, have you ever considered how your pet might be your true support during those moments? The friendship that overcame obstacles. Imagine an elderly woman named Eleanor who lived isolated in a small countryside house. Her only companions were her dog, Rocky, and memories of a youth that now seemed too far away. Over time, she began feeling sadder and struggled with daily routines. One day, Rocky, with his unwavering loyalty, decided to come even closer, becoming her confidant, her true friend. Together, they rediscovered the joy of small routines, like a morning walk or a simple shared smile. The bond between Eleanor and Rocky grew, overcoming obstacles of age, health, and loneliness. Even with physical limitations, Rocky stubbornly stayed close, showing that pure loyalty can overcome any adversity. This friendship proved that, even when everything seems difficult, the power of affection can build bridges where hope seems scarce. People with special needs or in old age know well how a faithful companion makes all the difference in the soul. If you know someone facing hardships, think about the power of true friendship, that unbreakable bond that knows no limits. A gesture of kindness, a constant presence, can transform lives, just as Rocky transformed Eleanor's. Stories like these teach us that loyalty and true love can withstand even the greatest obstacles. So, the question is, do you have someone or an animal who could be that support in your life, or someone you know? Now that you know these inspiring stories, it's time to reflect. What can these small acts and bonds of love do in your life? Are you open to seeing the true value of the connection with your pets or with those around you? Maybe it's time to give a chance to a relationship that can deeply transform your routine and your heart. After all, incredible stories happen every day, and sometimes, a simple act of love makes all the difference. Are you ready to do your part, be an example of compassion, loyalty, or support in your community? Each feline's love story shows us that, regardless of size, age, or difficulties, what truly matters is what we dedicate from the heart. Don't wait until life puts someone in your path who needs a spark of hope or genuine company. How about starting today to value these special connections more? Your world, and someone else's, could change completely. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and dive into stories that touch the soul, because learning from these examples is one of the best ways to grow. So, which of these stories touched you the most? Or which one would you like to create in your own life? Believe me, the first step is the most important. And you, are you ready to take that step now?